you do something different that nobody else really does. It was so few foreigners coming over here, you really were a rock star. It's just they have more options. Filipinos have more options. More guys are coming over here. You're genuinely welcome here in the Philippines. The hospitality is number one. It's the reason I'm still here.
Hello and welcome back to Living Abroad. My name is Alex, and in today's video I'm going to have a sit down and interview with my good friend Kelvin. And today we're going to go ahead and meet him and get to know him a little bit more, asking some really in-depth questions about the Philippines, life in the Philippines, and his experiences. Now let's go meet Kelvin. Before we do that, guys, if you've yet to subscribe to the channel, take a quick second, hit that subscribe button. It'll go a long way to help me grow this channel and continue making these videos. Now let's go ahead, sit down with Kelvin. Hi, tell us your name.
I'm Calvin.
Calvin, I know most of us know you already, but give us a small or short introduction for those that don't know who you are and what do you do?
I'm a retired insurance agent from Louisville, Kentucky in America.
Okay.
I've been coming to the Philippines on and off since April 2009. I've been here in December to be 4 years consecutively. And you know, we just recently built a home and I put my roots down. This is what I call home.
Okay, excellent. Tell me where we are right now specifically.
We're in Saftywing Island. This is Negros Occidental. It's about 3 kilometers from San Carlos City, about an 8-minute boat ride. It's just a quiet, almost, I don't want to call it a deserted island because it's not. We've seen a lot of people here.
Of course, yeah.
It's a very small island, very beautiful. We're at the Whispering Palms Beach Resort.
Very nice. And you said that this is your roots. You consider this home now. Are you single, married? Remind everybody about your relationship.
Well, I've got a live-in partner, Marilyn, and we have a little daughter, Booby, and then she has 2 daughters from a previous relationship, 8 and 16.
Now, for those that don't know, I'm staying with you right now at your guest house. Tell us a little bit more about your guest house, why that is there, and what is your purpose of having a guest house?
Well, even before we built the main house, I always had the idea that I was going to build a guest house for my subscribers. Okay. It's just my way of saying thank you for their support. And whenever somebody comes through, one of my subscribers, you have to be a subscriber. Whenever they come through San Carlos City on the way to Dumaguete, Bacala, wherever they're going, they can stay 2 nights free and eat free and at no charge because, as you know, you've been here for how many months now?
I've been 4 months here now. Yeah.
You spent money just about every single day. But this gives them a chance to cool their pockets down.
Okay.
No, you don't have to pay for accommodations. You don't have to pay for food. Just getting to the place.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's very kind of you. Now, I saw your home as well. It's a beautiful place. Tell us a little bit. I thought like foreigners couldn't have a house here. How did that work for you?
Well, I built that house for Merlin and the kids.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm 59. I could rent as far as I'm concerned. But having a home here is big. And we have a daughter together. And I've always wanted to build a house here in the Philippines. In 2011, I had to give my home back to the bank. It was foreclosed because of a bitter divorce. You know, what divorce is not bitter, right? And I said from that day that I was going to build a house, no one would ever be able to take it from me. It would be mine. And that's what we did. When I first came over in December of 2018, that was my goal, was to build a house. I had the money, but it didn't happen. So I ended up meeting Marilyn, and everything fell into place. And we built it.
Perfect. Now tell us, how much did that cost to build that beautiful home?
Altogether was 1 million pesos, which is about $20,000. A little bit less now because the dollar's pretty strong now. It's 56 or something like that. Then I spent another 5,000 on the guest house. And you know, of course, you've seen every house here has a wall around it. It's more for privacy than anything. And that was another 5,000. Then we had the landscaping done. So I would say 32,000, that's it.
That's amazing. Incredible bargain, I would say, for that beautiful home.
Oh, man.
Especially these days, if you're in Canada or the U.S., housing prices are through the roof. Now, Marilyn and yourself seem to have a very good relationship. Tell us a little bit more how the dating scene has changed in the Philippines from the first time you came here until now.
It's just they have more options. Filipinos have more options. More guys are coming over here. So now they're getting a little bit more pickier, choosier, because they're comparing apples to apples. They're saying, hey, Her husband has a pension.
Yeah.
He bought her a motorcycle, built her a house. That's what I want.
Exactly.
And so it's not like when I first came over in 2009, it was so few foreigners coming over here. You really were a rock star. You're still a rock star now, but you're not Keith Richards now. You're more like Pee Wee Herman.
Okay.
Pee Wee Herman's a rock star. You know, Pee Wee Herman's a star.
You're still somebody.
Well, really, you're more like Donny Osmond. Let me say that. Okay. But when I came over in 2009, I was Keith Richards, man.
Yeah, okay. So you're feeling like a rock star back then. You still feel a little bit that way, but just I think like you mentioned, the internet I think has really changed the dating scene. Like I'll tell you my personal experience in Thailand, for example. When I was there, because I went there multiple times, in 2012, first time compared to my most recent time, I noticed a drastic change about who's even looking at me or considering me. Maybe I got older and uglier, but either way, it was like, I think people can just now simply have the pick of like, you know, anybody, like hundreds of men lined up to say hello to these women. So do you think the internet changed the gaming scene as well?
Yeah, but not so much here as it did in Thailand, because you got 49 million tourists in Thailand.
Okay,
You got 8 million here. You're still a rock star here. The point I'm trying to make is a lot of the women over here, and this isn't to take anything away from them or put them down, they literally come from nothing.
Yeah.
So they should be happy that a man will come 8,000 miles to see them. But see, that's not enough anymore.
I see.
See, now you've got, not only do you come over here, but now you have to be like on meet a certain standard.
Okay.
And just the visa alone is not enough anymore like it used to be.
I see. All right, so the dating scene has changed, and tell me some more about your own plans here in the Philippines. Now, your YouTube channel, guys, I'm going to leave Calvin's description to his YouTube channel down below, so go ahead, check that out. So you're doing really well with the YouTube channel. Do you have any future plans? Do you know what you want to do in like a year, 5 years, or are you just kind of living every day at the moment?
Yeah, well, before my partner died, you know, John Moonshine Shoulders, he died. We were working on a podcast.
Okay.
I'm going to write a book. As a matter of fact, now with my channel, I do a 1-minute motivation every day.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of like a message. It's not really motivating you, but
you'll be surprised. Many people in the comment section find them really useful, and I've liked them too. So where does that come from? Is that from yourself? Do you read up on it, or is there some of your favorite quotes? How did you come up with that?
It comes from my life experience, and then I'm a big fan of self-help, the self-help genre.
Yeah.
You know, Napoleon Hill, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, W. Clement Stone, Og Mandino, all those guys.
Okay.
That's why I'm sitting here today.
Okay.
Because of reading those books, I was able to tap into my potential. And so all that stuff, I'm 59, so a lot of that stuff is still filed away in my head. And I wrote a book like that before. It was called 30 Days to Life, A Miracle Waiting to Happen. And every day I wrote, you know, it's like a message or something. Okay. And so that's basically what I'm doing.
That's very interesting. I think myself and many of the subscribers really enjoy those 1-minute motivational speeches. So continue those for sure. You're welcome. And now let's talk about the people of the Philippines. Now, if you, like, you know, I know most of my viewers know, all these street interviews I do with foreigners, just to get their perspective on life here in the Philippines, the number one thing, pretty much 99% of them say, the Filipino people are like incredible. Now, do you think that's a reality in like your life? You've been here for so long, or do you think that's just kind of like boosted by the tourism, or they want to get money from you? Tell us a little bit more about the Filipino people and your opinion on that.
No, that's real. Okay. See, you're genuinely welcome here in the Philippines. And I don't know where it comes from. It's part of their culture.
Yeah.
I can't explain it, but it's real. It's been there ever since I've been coming here, since April 2009. And they're unicorns in that aspect. They leave you alone. They don't bother you. Is anybody bothering us?
No, nobody.
They haven't said not one time in over 13 years, go back home, speak Tagalog while you're here, you know, because we do that in America.
Yeah.
If we hear somebody behind us talking Spanish or Tagalog or Thai or something, you're not at home, you're in America, speak English.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen over here. You're genuinely welcome. Their hospitality is number one. It's the reason I'm still here. I'm as free as I've ever been. No one's ever treated me as well as I've been treated in the Philippines. Not even in my own country. Wow. So yeah, it's real.
Now, with all this like success for yourself on YouTube, and I can see you around here, and even in one day that people do know you, they respect you. Now, recently something did happen to you. If you don't mind us, tell us a little bit what happened with that situation of like someone trying to bring you down. And I was really offended myself and many of the people that watch you. Tell us a little bit what happened with that, if you don't mind.
Well, when I first started my YouTube channel, first of all, I give all the credit to the Philippines because it's just one of the most popular genres on YouTube, period. If you're over here vlogging, you're going to have viewers, you're going to have followers. And when you leave the Philippines, you're not going to have viewers and you're not going to have followers, okay? So any success I've had, it's because I'm in the Philippines, okay? But when I started my channel, I had no idea that these type of haters and trolls, and in my case, they're not even trolls, they're stalkers. They make 10 and 15-minute videos about me.
Wow.
And over, right? And I never knew it was out there. If I did, I would have never started my channel. Yeah. I'm very naive at this. My channel will be 2 years old actually today. My channel's 2 years old today. And one of those trolls, it's a channel. They've got a website and a channel. And now the list of these troll channels of Filipino vloggers has grown. It's like 10 now. Yeah. Because on the website, I won't give the website because I don't want to give them like an inch of publicity. But they write these false allegations and they send them in to the Philippine National Police, the NBI, which is like the FBI, DSWD, what else? Immigration, and they say that I'm exploiting Filipino women and I'm involved in human trafficking, which absolutely is false.
Of course.
But the charges, the Filipino government takes these charges seriously, so they address them. So they call you in. I had to go 2 hours away to Bacolod to answer a bogus call. The guy already had my YouTube channel pulled up. He had everything pulled up. He said, I don't see anything here. Yeah. I said, I know. It's their way of harassing me.
I see.
And it's my third investigation, by the way. And if you stay over here and your channel continues to grow, they're going to come after you. Now, to what extent, I don't know. I mean, I don't care about trolls making stupid comments.
Yeah, there's one thing to go ahead and make a comment like that or try to be negative, but it's a whole other thing to go ahead and report you to an actual agency for something ridiculous like human trafficking. Now, does it bother you that there's no like actual filtering process of them actually looking into it before calling you into the immigration office?
Well, remember, we're in the Philippines, and you know, things don't work the same way here as they do at home.
Yep.
And we were talking about that. I'm going to tell your viewers, nothing makes sense over here. It never will, and it's not supposed to because you're in the Philippines. So I respect that. You know, my thing is YouTube doesn't do enough. Yeah. YouTube doesn't do enough, you know, because this is hate speech, really. It's not free speech. Hate speech is not free speech, and that's what these guys are doing, and they only motivate me now. See, when I first started, it used to get under my skin, but I see it for what it is now. They only come after the popular vloggers. So the only reason they're coming after me because I'm popular now. Yeah. So what they're really doing is helping me. They're really giving me free publicity and everything.
And making themselves look silly and not like it's eventually the truth comes out and you know all it does is like put more people towards your channel and what you're doing, which is great. Well, all right, Kelvin, that was great. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Alex, and congratulations on the growth of your channel. When I met Alex back in May, he had only like 3,000 something subscribers. Now you're over 20,000, man.
Yeah, and I'd have to say a big part of that has to do with yourself, and that's why I'm here today. I'm staying with Calvin, if you guys don't know. We're just exploring San Carlos and this beautiful island. It's because, like you mentioned, the first time we met, I didn't think I'd have a chance to sit down with you because you had like 30-something thousand subscribers, 10 times more than my channel. But Calvin's always a humble guy. I respect him a lot, and that's why I'm sitting down with you. So thank you so much.
Yeah, but let me say this before we get off here. You've carved your niche in this YouTube Philippine genre over here. You do something different than nobody else really does. And people appreciate. They want to hear from the real people. Yeah. And you go out to the street, you're like a street reporter or something. It's just something different, and people have latched on to it, and the success is there, man, you know, and don't take that lightly, man. It's very, very hard to have a YouTube channel and for it to be monetized and to any gain of following.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, you know, pat yourself on the back for that because it's extremely hard.
Yeah. Definitely not easy, guys. It takes a lot of time and effort.
And I don't do that to discourage people. I'm just telling you a fact.
It is the truth, right?
1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch time hours. That's people watching your channel over and over and over to get that 4,000, right?
For sure. And the people like yourself help the channel grow because nobody wants to watch someone that's not making a difference or doesn't have a purpose in life. So I thank you and everybody else that is part of my videos. And I never like try to put somebody in a uncomfortable situation, and we talked about this as well before, right? So I think, yeah, thank you again for being here. Anything else you want to tell my viewers?
YouTube is a community.
Yeah.
We should help each other.
For sure.
And if any of you guys watching here now, have you ever come through San Carlos City and you say you're a subscriber of Alex's,
yep,
you can stay 2 nights free there. I throw it out there to your subscribers.
Of course. So Calvin, guys, if you don't know Calvin, he's got a great channel. I'm going to leave the link to his YouTube channel down below. Go check him out, subscribe to him, tell him Alex sent you, and show this guy as much love you guys show me.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you. That was Calvin, my second interview with him. If you haven't seen the first one, click right here to go ahead and check out my first interview with him. Calvin is a very, very friendly, lovely, and very caring guy. He does a lot for his community. If you guys want to check out his channel, I'll leave the link in the description down below. Go over there, see his content. If you like it, hit his subscribe button. Tell him that Alex sent you. Give him a shout out for me. And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.